I'd like to welcome you all here for our groundbreaking ceremony of Greenlawn Manor. First off, I would like to thank God for bringing us to this place where we are right now today and getting us to this point and where we're going to be going to. A little bit of history is this property was built in 1954 and was deemed obsolete by HUD in 2019 when we received the tax credit from the state of Florida. This will be phase one of the Housing Authority of the City of New Smyrna Beach, and it is Greenlawn Manor. It is a $23 million 80-unit affordable senior housing complex. And as our agency continues to develop and provide workforce housing in phase two, which will be to the south of us here, we look forward to continuing our relationships with all of our constituents.
I remember being in New Smyrna, a year or two ago, and the mayor and I were at an event, and it was windy like this, and there went his notes, so we were chasing the notes, but we collected them, didn't we? Hey, thank you very much for having me here today. This is a great step in addressing the critical problem of affordable housing, which is being faced not only here in Volusia County, but throughout our entire state. New Smyrna Beach should be proud that they have had a housing authority since 1950. That's a long time. Congratulations to being here for all this time for your local residents. It's commendable work during this time where affordable is almost an oxymoron. Affordable housing is becoming more and more out of the reach of the average individuals. But with grants that you have secured for these new 80 units, the Affordable Senior Housing Project is being added to the New Smyrna Beach local area, and that's commendable. I'm extremely proud to have been asked to be here today, and I admire all the hard work that the Housing Authority has done to provide this for the citizens of New Smyrna Beach. And I know that the City of New Smyrna and their leaders will continue to work on ways to improve this community. So this groundbreaking today is a great step in the right direction. I look forward to future development, and I look forward to the ribbon cutting ceremony when this project is done. Thank you very much.
Good morning. Thank you for inviting me here to join you guys today. This is such a tremendous achievement for all of us here in this community, Teresa, City of New Smyrna Beach, and each and every one of you. My hat goes off to the City of New Smyrna Beach and especially the Housing Authority for making this dream a reality. This affordable housing project will help seniors in our city for years and years to come. There's no question that there is a housing crisis across our nation. Many of the people affected by this crisis are the most vulnerable among us, the seniors, the disabled, and low-income families with children. Affordable housing is a complex issue that will require input and assistance from multiple agencies, municipalities, the private sector, and each and every one of us. As you know, the County Council has launched a countywide affordable housing initiative that included several webinars and a well-attended summit last December. That summit has resulted in the formation of work groups that are looking for creative solutions in the areas of funding, land development regulations, and community land trusts. We're looking forward to hearing their recommendations this coming April. Like the City of New Smyrna Beach, Volusia County has a long history of providing housing and utility assistance through funded programs. Hand in hand, we must continue to work together to seek federal and state funding and develop new solutions. We have a lot to be proud of today. Congratulations. Thank you guys so much.
I always like to be the last of the politicians to speak because they say all the good stuff and I can just kind of button it up. You know, when I see projects like this and you see them in this state, and then we'll come back in a little while for a ribbon cutting, I'm always reminded you don't get to this. You know, this is the visible impact, but you don't get to this without the hard work, dedication, countless hours of a lot of people. And a lot of people that don't get to stand up here and give you some great speech. They work quietly in the background to see projects like this come to fruition. Many times they're not on a payroll. They're doing it completely out of the goodness of their heart and their passion for their community and their fellow man. So I'm really thankful and appreciative to be able to stand up here today and represent the city and tell you I believe this is going to be a good project for us. I'm thankful to the partners that we've got from the state all the way down, but most importantly, I'm thankful for all those folks that work very quietly behind the scenes to bring projects like this forward. So to all of you, thank you, and we look forward to working with the Housing Authority and our other partners on other great projects like this moving forward. So thank you all.
Well, I'm not going to take much time, but I want to tell you that I've been with the Housing Authority for more than 10 years. And this seemed like the wildest dream that would ever happen. Since I've been here, we've seen more than several hundred people on the waiting list waiting for affordable housing. And we hope that this will not only be just homes for another 80 units, another family residence, but also a heart of the community. There's going to be big community center space here, a place for the neighbors to come and share things. So we hope this brings a spark to the historic west side of New Smyrna, and a significant investment here is just unbelievable. We're hopeful that this, when this started, we were told that our chances of this happening were slim. But Teresa Pope, who's our executive director, has a heart and a vision, and we were right behind her all the way. I have to thank the city and the county for being in support of us, because this never would have happened without your support. So we hope that in a year and a half we'll not only come for our groundbreaking or dedication, but we'll also maybe come for some community events, and this will be the heart of a new neighborhood. So on behalf of the board of directors of the Housing Authority, I just want to thank everyone for their patience, for their vision, for their support, and watch our progress. I think you'll be impressed.
I don't have much to add behind what Mayor Owen and Rosemary said. Again, we're happy to be here. There's a ton of behind-the-scenes work that went into this. This has been we've been talking about this for over 3 years now. I met with all the commissioners, and it takes a while to garner the support. I think we toured DeLand and Daytona and saw what they did and what they did and how we can make this better. And so, again, we're absolutely happy to be here. There's a lot more to go. This is just really the first step. We've got to finish this in 18 months. Hopefully in 18 months, we're talking about scheduling the next groundbreaking for phase 2 next door. And this is planting the seed for the redevelopment of the neighborhood. You'll see this starts as really the first step. And, another group that I want to make sure to mention is Florida Housing and the state of Florida. So, the way that the funding works is they want to see the local support from the city and the county, and they help to leverage that with the tax credit program that they use, and that's the main vehicle to help finance this. So again, we couldn't be happier. I want to thank everyone. There's so much behind the scenes from see Chris Edwards and his predecessor Tony. Again, this goes back many layers, many years, and it'll be many more years to go, but we're absolutely happy to be a part of it. So thank you all.